It's 6 o'clock GMT and I'm listening to the Star Breakfast News with me, Obed Gaglo. Coming up this morning. Ranking Member of Education Committee of Parliament, Dr. Clement Apak, urges incoming President John Dramani Mahama to initiate assessment of every MMDA to understand the challenges with the school feeding program. And also ahead poster, Musa Dankwa predicts victory for the NDC in the upcoming rerun of a polling station in Dom Kwabenya constituency, despite describing the process as needless.
I don't think the outcome of the election will make a difference to MPC because the NDC won that polling station on the election day, and I don't think anything changing if it is rerun.
Also ahead, President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo urges citizens to draw inspirations from achievements of honorees celebrated at the just-ended Ghana National Honors and Awards ceremony. And in business, traders in Koforidua have hailed the decision by the new Joabin Traditional Council to spearhead the establishment of a bank to stimulate the local economy. We have details of these and many other stories coming up shortly. Do stay with us.
Star News is coming to you live on Ultimate 106.9 FM in Kumasi, Empire 102.7 FM in Takrady, Zeps 95.9 FM in Zebila, Nissim 100.1 FM in Lamshao, My Star Radio in the USA. Also live on Facebook on Star 1035 FM and on starfm.com.gh around the world. This is Star 103.5 FM. Star News. Informed, in depth, in touch.
Grateful for staying tuned. Now in details. Deputy Ranking Member of Education Committee of Parliament, Dr. Clement Apak, is urging the incoming President, John Dramani Mahama, to initiate assessment of every MMDA to understand the challenges with the school feeding program. Aggrieved caterers of the program yesterday besieged the premises of the Ministry for Gender and Social Protection over what they say is the refusal of government to pay their arrears. The angry traders who marched up at the premise of the ministry blamed the Ministry for the Gender, Children and Social Protection for turning a deaf ear to the plights of for the past 3 years. Some of them spoke to my colleague.
We were supposed to ask for 350 pesos, but we were not given. But during the first term of 2023-24 academic year, we were given 1 cedi 20 pesos. Then the second term, we were given 1 cedi 47 pesos. Third term, we don't know how much they are going to pay us. That's what we do.
How do you manage with the 2 cedi that they give you? Close to 2 cedi. How do you manage?
Per the love we have for the children and the localities where our various schools are, we consider the items that are available. So we used to manage to cook for them because we've taken it upon ourselves. If they were our children, anyway, even if they don't have money, we cook for them. So we were doing the work out of love for the children, for the party, and the government.
My concerns are that they are owing us 10 in the first term. That's why we are here.
Okay. How much are they owing?
Unless I calculate it, because as I told you, the first term, the whole of the third term, they haven't paid us anything out of it in the first term, 2024.
Okay. So how do you manage? How are you managing to cook?
We were cooking because we love the party. 1, 2, because of the children. Secondly, they tell us that they will be paying us. So if we can borrow money and use it to cook, no problem. So we used to borrow money and used to cook. or in the name that they will pay us, then you send it to the person where you get the money from.
Have you heard from the minister in charge?
No. As for me, I didn't hear anything. Because when we went to the other side, I was going there when they told us that we should come here. So we didn't hear anything yet.
The minister in charge of the ministry has assured that by close of day, the arrears will pay for the term. Still on the issue, ranking member for Education Committee in Parliament, Clement Park, is urging government and believes that the comprehensive assessment of every MMDA in relation to the school feeding program is the most effective means of tackling the issues with the pro-poor program.
The incoming John Dramani Mahama ought to quickly initiate an assessment of every ministry, department, agency, to get to understand fully well what the situation is as John Mahama would come to meet it, and then to make them known to the people of Ghana. Barring that, we stand the chance of being accused of malfeasance and crimes that were committed by the outgoing government. So this is an example of many areas of government indebtedness in the education sector. I can give you about 6 offhand. I know this is the case in many other sectors of our system. So they have accountability. They can't just walk away and get away with this. We must know what they've used the money for.
Now, away from that, the Executive Director of the Global Info Analytics, Musa Dankwa, is predicting victory for the NDC in the upcoming rerun of a polling station in the Dom Kwabena constituency. Already campaign momentum is steadily building up in the area. Both the incoming NDC and the governing MPP are jostling each other in the rerun of polls at the Abokobi Women's Development Training Center. It follows a decision by the Electoral Commission to reorganize elections for the particular polling stations over what it describes as an anomaly. Mr. Dankwa believes the outcome of the polls will not be significantly different from what transpired on December 7. He spoke to Star News.
If you look at what they said, that the gap between the NDC and the MPP candidates is about 150. But the total voters in that electoral area or polling station is close to 650 or thereabouts, which means that the outcome of that polling station could decide either way who will win the election for that constituency. On that basis, yes, it makes sense to rerun. But then the base of rerunning is what's having a bit of challenge with, in terms of what is that kind of irregularity that has caused for this to.
Meanwhile, some electorates who vote at the affected polling stations have been speaking to Star News.
I've heard that the EC has planned to do a rerun election to ascertain the MP elect for our constituency, which I think is so stressful. The reason being that, looking at the timeline and what we went through before even the first election was not easy. And there were so many irregularities on that very day, which we wouldn't like to go through. Some of us had to travel all the way from very far away. I particularly traveled from Sunyani to come here to come and vote. So if you tell me I should come again using that fuel in and out to come and vote, it's a total no.
Understand ya ma ntina omusi onbesa to bi mu no
Ba omoma data obekwakoto
meto pa
yesi vote na ekoye no ensem bi aba ho nti yebesa akọ vote bi o nti no e de twen time ne duwa nyame ye adoma ni akoye ni ese.
Now, away from that, traders in Koforidua have hailed a decision by the new Drabin Traditional Council to spearhead the establishment of a rural bank to stimulate the local economy. The Omanhene of the new Drabin Traditional Area, Dasebre Kweku Boatin III, announced plans to establish the Koforidua Rural Bank PLC, an initiative Designed to support local businesses, empower women, and tackle climate change, the bank will also prioritize financing environmentally friendly projects such as renewable energy, waste recycling, and other sustainable ventures aligned with the global climate action goals.
Speaking at a fundraising event to mobilize minimum capital requirements for the bank, Dasebre Kwekubuatin III outlined the bank's mission, emphasizing its focus on 5 key areas: women empowerment, support for small and medium-scale enterprises, agricultural development, youth empowerment, and environmentally friendly projects.
It will be catalyzed for community development, addressing key areas critical to our shared future. Our mission is anchored on 5 pillars: green banking, women empowerment, support for small and medium-scale enterprises, agricultural development, and youth empowerment.
The bank will also prioritize financing environmentally friendly projects and other sustainable ventures aligning with the global climate action goals.
The Koforidia Bank will prioritize environmentally friendly projects such as renewable energy, energy efficiency, waste recycling, as well as eco-friendly businesses. By financing sustainable initiatives, we aim to contribute to environmental conservation, reduction.
And this will wrap up the breakfast news on the last day of the year 2024. Have a blessed 2025. My name is Obed King Gaglo.